community, the parents, the kids, the grandparents, uncles, auntie, and everything. I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, the fourth one's not here, maybe not come back. Unfortunately, Ms. Hatcher may survive because it's out of 6, but the rest of y'all in trouble. Ms. Melanie, that's disgusting. Quit being, don't do no petty stuff. You running for council, is this what you bringing? You gonna bring this to council too? You better watch out, don't approaching people's husbands and everything, because some of these wives, they don't like that. There was kind of cool collector, you gonna pick the wrong one to approach. I'm just being real honest, laying it out, nothing threatening, just telling you like a real sister, a real woman, woman to woman. So y'all need to be camped at, but y'all don't call the case. So we got another court case. This is the year of the court case, huh? Ridiculous. Ms. Hatcher, you should know better. This is supposed to be your thing. Just because it's hearsay and say so, and I don't like this person, or that this person disagree with me. I need to disagree with my own mom. Nobody agrees with everything. And since Devin was running white, I enjoy myself with Devin. She had a coupon lady here. And you remember that Devin went with me? I had a ball, a dark coloring. I went to that. I'm busy and I work. But y'all got to stop. Mr. Nancy, you know better than that. You military. You shame on you. You know that stuff like that. So you don't take nobody out of rank. You know better. All y'all. Miss Richardson ain't here. You too. You're educated. You should know better. I'm hitting all y'all up. The closed door meetings. That's the open meeting there. All the board members got to be present in the meeting unless they actually got some kind of skills. I know that. I know the law. Y'all gonna be out there, Oakland County, and this woman gonna win. I support her. If I had $1 million, I would take her case and get every lawyer I could. And everybody said, don't say nothing about Ms. Hatcher. Ms. Hatcher getting too disrespectfully. Disrespect my residents in my area. We don't want that marijuana place. That's off the record here. And you and Angie went out there and so forget y'all.
How much time I got? 3 minutes. How y'all doing? Y'all all right? Well, first off, I want to let you guys know as an employee for the library for on and off 13 years, I am 100% appalled by someone that I thought I looked up to as a kid. Another person I thought I looked up to, as a kid, and I can't say that for her, but Melanie, I'm not surprised by what she's doing. But to do the crooked things that y'all have done and to have blocked people out of meetings and stuff and to fire this woman based off an allegation that hasn't even been thoroughly investigated is disgusting to me. I have no affiliation with the library whatsoever. I recommend that nobody does until this board is totally disbanded. I think either Melanie Rutherford is bullying y'all and manipulating y'all to the point to where y'all making incompetent decisions where either one of y'all have no morals whatsoever. I'm totally surprised. Devin has been the most wonderful library director and boss that I've ever experienced. Shout outs to Perry, Earl, and Miss Vita, Bernie, I'm sorry. And I'm gonna keep it real short. You are running for District 1, Melanie.
You can't do that.
Somebody's running for District 1 and don't vote for somebody. Please, because she's just doing the very wrong thing. She's with a parenthesis P on it, you know what I mean? Whatever. I'm just saying y'all are 100% ridiculous. I'm totally disappointed in all of you, with the exception of 2. And karma's something else. Y'all taking somebody's livelihood away so y'all can be crooked. Y'all want to misappropriate funds and stuff like that. And that's ridiculous. That's dishonest. And I'm surprised as people that have supposedly stood up for Pontiac this long have sat down to this level. So thank y'all for y'all time, but I'm disappointed in y'all having my time at all whatsoever. Thank you. I still got a minute?
No, you got Christopher Fordine.
First off, I'd like to say, a wise man once said, great power, great responsibility. Everyone here is taking too much, consider themselves Christian or in the church. Everyone knows that, but it's like we for the church, praising God. At the same time, I think you consider yourself a true Christian when you deep down on the end. That's exactly that's evil. It's evil. It's not cool. There are ways to do things, but that's not fun. Okay, did we wonder why this city is so divided? Why it's so messed up? Well, we can't get it together. We use our power righteously, not you have a responsibility. You can't just do whatever you want to because you are in that position. There are responsibilities, there are accountabilities that you must stand for, that you must appreciate and learn. We have to all swallow cold here and there. Okay, but to dismember a person simply off of allegations, that's dangerous. That's extremely dangerous. And what does it say for this city, this community? This is how we run in this city now? You can just say, hey, I see him on the corner trying to smoke crack. And now you get fired because of that. Where's the accountability? You know, and I appreciate Mr. Ferrer. I have to give him props up because he stood for righteousness. He stood for righteousness. And it's not an easy thing to do when you are an angel amidst a bunch of devils. It's very hard because you will always be attacked. And there's a lot of devils in this city, and it's always been this way for very, very long. Okay, there's time for a change. We are the ones that's going to have to change this. It's not going to change itself. The law and the policies is not going to work. It hasn't worked this far. So then we have to have accountability within ourselves. We know what's right and what's wrong. We have to take chance in the benefit of what we are doing and make that decision. And I hope that you guys follow the righteous path. Oh, we all do. Because none of us is perfect. None of us can judge anybody. But harmony is something we don't want to play with. And I'm sure a lot of you already do it. I'm sure a lot of you do it. That's all I want to say.
Yes, there are also two others on the Zoom. Devin Jackson.
Devin Jackson,
Yeah, Divine Jackson.
Devon,
Okay.
Anyway,
My name is Devon Jackson. I'm a commercial real estate broker. I've represented both tenants and landlords in tons of negotiations. And from what I've heard about the recent inquiry about someone, a private entity, leasing space at the library for their exclusive use has come to my attention. I just want to make a couple of comments on that. Number one, from what I heard about the numbers, I mean, most landlords lease space to make money. But from what I've heard about the numbers, the potential tenant is requesting that the library spend about $100,000 making improvements to support their business, whereas the rent is only $400 per month. That's just a bad business decision. I mean, if you were to accept that, it would take you more than 20 years to get your money back, let alone not even remove the impact of the interest in that time frame. Bad business deal. The second thing is that a public entity, library, should not lease space to a private entity for exclusive use. That's just simply against the law. And simply those two comments alone, those two things alone should defray the library from trying to lease space to this tenant that wants to lease it for exclusive use for his food service business. I'm open to any questions.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Bill, commercial, that should have been. Excuse me, Ms. Green, how many do you have showing that want to do public comment virtually? 3. Okay, do you have any more on that sheet? Okay, let us finish the people who are in person. That's what I want to know. All right, give her the, so she can document it when public comments, please. So we have a record.
So I
She here.
yeah, but I put it online because I didn't know if I was gonna make it here in time.
Okay,
So I can just wait. and-
okay, thank you. She said Chanel Witherspoon.
I don't even see her.
I'm here online.
Oh, here. Okay, go ahead.
So I have a couple of things that I'd like to address. One, first, I'd like to echo some of the same concerns that many of the other residents that have come forward have talked about. And that is, I'm extremely concerned with the process that was used to terminate Mrs. Green. I, in my 20 plus years working in human resources, have never seen a leadership body behave in a manner that you all have behaved. When an employee brings a concern to your attention about harassment or threats, and then have that employee terminated without an investigation, it's absolutely inappropriate, to say the least. You should have at a minimum done an investigation. So with that in mind, I've lost a lot of confidence in you guys as a board. Secondly, I'd just like to remind you that I don't know what else is on the agenda today, but in regards to the use of the pavilion, while I'm very happy to see or hear of a farmer's market coming to Pontiac, I want to remind you that you cannot utilize public funds to supplement or to provide for a private organization. That just cannot be done. If you've had examples of that being done in the past, I'm here to let you know that it's inappropriate and it's against the bylaws of the library. So I'd ask that you make sure you know what you're doing if you choose to continue along that path. So again, I'm very concerned with the behavior that I've seen with the library board members, the decisions that you've made. I'm also at this point as a citizen, very concerned that there's no oversight currently with the library board director being removed. There's no oversight over any budget decisions you guys are making. So we have no way of knowing as citizens of Pontiac what you guys are doing with the budget. That is problematic and cannot continue. That's all I have to say.
Christian Marcello.
Marcelo.
Yep, I'm here. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Yes, Christian.
Great. So my name is Christian Marcello, and an employee was, the library didn't hire the spouse, but the employee, and it feels very unusual with how the firing was handled after watching the last board meeting. This is Pontiac's public library. There should not be drama, such as for citizens to be concerned about. That's why we elected you as library board members. As a voter and a taxpayer, the poor audio on the last Zoom board meeting and the differences that were communicated or were attempted to be heard during that board meeting just bring concerns about something that happened either in a contract with the board budget or as a personal interaction that feels like the firing of an employee is being used to cover up another issue or essentially remove an obstacle. As taxpayers, we now have the potential for a lawsuit from an employee for being improperly fired, even though it is at will. She has the freedom to be able to proceed with the lawsuit, as well as the expense of conducting a new library director search that we now have to spend money on. Devin navigated the library through COVID, served as an employee for years. The community is coming together in support of Devin and should consider the voices of your constituents as you proceed forward. The citizens of Pontiac are highly concerned over how you handled employee interactions, as well as how you approach contracts that do not fiscally or ethically follow with the guidance that the voters have elected you for. We trust you as a governing body. Please proceed with knowing that the trust in you is broken. Thank you.
So thank you very much. So I, as involved as I am in this community, I am never at a library board meeting. I don't use the library, but I love the library. I was talking to them earlier this year about actually running for a seat, because I feel like our kids deserve a lot more. And so with that lens, I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know why Devin got fired. There's no transparency to me, and that's important to me. That's what I need. I'm not trying to make a decision on behalf of the board because y'all have access to a lot of information, but I elected y'all. So I need to know what's happening. I have heard nothing. I have seen nothing but amazing things from Devin in this library. And then to hear that she's a horrible person, I'm like, it's a little suspicious, a little sus, as my son would say. So I just need to know. I need some transparency. I think everybody in the community, I get calls like, what's happening? You know what I say? I don't know. You just gotta ask. And so I'm pleading, right? So I asked nicely, and I think I did that the last time, and I still haven't got the transparency that I'm asking for. I'm pleading now. The next step is for Tamika, right? We don't want her to share that. So if we could get some transparency so we can understand what's going on with the budget. If she isn't a good person for this position, I'm not, y'all are here. We elected y'all to make that decision, but I need to understand what's happening. I need to know what's going on with the farmers market in the pavilion. I need to make sure that the little bit of money that we have here doesn't get wasted, because when it goes away, our kids are hurt. Our community is disbanded. And right now, this is causing a really big rift in a city that needs nothing but for us to pull together. And so I am pleading that we get some transparency, that we, the people, I am not an elected official, I am running for nothing. I need to know what's going on. And I know a lot of other people feel that way. And it's the responsibility of each one of you up here to make sure that that happens. And right now, I saw a post on Facebook from trustee Perry Earl, and that's all that I've heard. And I don't want to make it where it's a one-sided story. If I have access to it, I want to make sure everybody has access to it. I don't want to use my power or privilege to have information that other people don't know, because other people voted for y'all too. So I just asked, once again, I'm pleading next week for Tamika. I'm just gonna come here, I'm gonna be very angry, because we have asked for the past 2 weeks for information and we have not received it. Thank you.
That's it. Mhm. Okay. All right. This was misunderstood the last time. First of all, I want to say to each and every one of you who took out the time to come and show an interest in the library, whether I agree with you or not, with your comment. I'm thankful that you come because in the 3.5 years that I've served on this board, this community has not come out and shown that kind of support or interest. So I just want to thank you for doing what you did. Now, secondly, I want to clear up something that happened because we have to do it again. When you have to talk with your attorney, you have to go into closed session, or there's some other topics that you have to go into closed session about. Our attorney has requested a closed session with us to discuss the other project that the library was looking at and wanted to go into partnership with, and that's the gaming project. So she's been waiting. I'll entertain a motion to go into closed session for the attorney-client. All right. Moved by Melanie, supported by Maxie. Okay, we have to go. We're gonna go in where we have it set up. She has to do it on Zoom. She could not come here in person. Okay, roll call please. Yes.
Yes.
Nancy. Before we go in there,
Y'all two invite this time?
I did, what, huh?
Our period for you. Invite last time? Everybody.
Oh,
Okay, I was making sure.
What did you say?
Make it fair, you
Oh, okay. You have a hard copy here of what you're supposed to discuss. Yeah.
Okay, just one thing, everybody, just to let, I don't know, I think that can still be recorded. It might be the one.
I don't care what they, I don't care what they.
I know, but I just want
I'm
y'all
gonna
to.
say it so they can hear some extra.
Oh, well, I can't.
Every single thing you read, you like know how that is. If I already know, you have to show it.
Right, this is stuff that we got this here.
I'm having trouble moving it.
I don't know why. Is it because of the camera? Like, I want to mute that just temporarily because people are talking and this is going on Facebook.
Oh, oh, wait a minute. It look like a little blue. It's not up there.
I thought this
Oh,
was
wait a minute.
it.
Oh, what if I did this and then we up there and then I can do mute?
Yes, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay, I entertain a motion to come out of closed session. I make a motion that we come out of closed session.
Vice Chair, support.
Roll call, wait a minute. Would you both before you come out? All right, those in favor? Aye. I do not want. You went to the restaurant. Okay. Number 5 is a discussion about XP gaming. We need to talk about the direction we need to go. I need to follow up. I told one of the partners that I would make sure we were meeting with our attorney today, and I will get back to you. Yeah. Yes, I am, because I need direction. Where to go
I would
at
like,
this point
I think,
for a motion.
I think we can still move forward with the right language in the contract and asking for more support for donations for the expenditures.
Any other discussion, Rose?
I was gonna make a motion. I make a motion that we table the action on the X games until hearings and updated leads for the attorney to review. And then from that point, perhaps we can put it on the agenda for the, was it June 24th meeting of action items.
With that, any discussion or questions on the motion?
Prevail with the internet, because thank goodness we probably need to get the network, like, we're able to check that out, because when we do it, we might mess up the computers upstairs.
So it would have to be evaluated.
It had to be that. Come here.
Any other discussion? Okay, I just want to say that I'm going to speak to the motion and support the motion. However, that does not mean that business people, because we almost lost them before, and that does not mean that they would want to continue to have the discussion with us. We need to, those that were serving, if you still want to serve on that gaming subcommittee, it was your responsibility to bring back any recommendation. I believe Mr. Earl, you were on that.
Yes, ma'am.
Gaming, yeah. And were you, Benita? You weren't on the gaming, okay. I know,
You tell me how I feel.
yeah. So, I'm just speaking in support of delaying the final vote, but I know we would need a subcommittee to, look at this and talk about any other concerns. So if this passes, then I will be in contact to get the 3 people again to, serve on the committee. Any other questions or discussions? All righty, roll call. Yeah, I think so. All right, Rosie? Yes. Gary? Yes. Maxie?
Yes.
Okay, I'll follow up and be in touch. Are you still willing to serve, Karen?
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody else in this room? Okay, Rosie said yes. Bill said yes. Were you interested in
I was
serving?
on the committee, which I was on the board, so that was the conflict that I could do the X game without any conflict.
Yeah, the X game. Are you interested? See, that's wrong committee. I can't have 4 and 3. Okay, and I will get back to one of the people involved. Talk with them. Also, I believe you in touch with one of the young people and share with them the dilemma that we're in. It doesn't mean we can't work it out.
Okay.
But it'll be up to them if they want to wait. I'll still see if we can make it. Okay. Library budget, I want to bring you up to date. As you know, we delayed that, and for the benefit of the public, we have to do a public hearing of the budget. And that's going to occur on Thursday, June the 24th at 4 o'clock. We have met with the accountant, and he is helping us to work on that. So at 4 o'clock, Thursday, June 24th, we will be having a hearing, a public reading of the budget. Then at 5:30, our regular monthly library meeting will occur, and we have to vote before July 1 in order for the doors of the library to be kept open. We have to pass a budget. Yes, sir.
Who are they?
3 of us. Couldn't have 4. I already told you, but to the best of my ability, I'm saying I did because I'm serving on the budget. So I could only bring 2 people aboard. You asked me about evaluation committee. Yeah, you asked me about evaluation, which I have a note down, and if you form an evaluation committee, I have you done to be a member of that committee. I can't afford.
No, aware.
I thought we voted to, never mind, I'm not gonna do it today. The next item, tomorrow, to bring you up to date, tomorrow, apparently will, be the last day for, Director, Devin Green. We have to hire for a short period of time an interim library, director. And we also, just as if the person's on sick leave, we will need to keep the library doors open for a short period of time until we have the interim library director. So I will entertain any motions pertaining to that particular item. Yes, ma'am.
I have a comment, but if someone's making a motion, I can wait for discussion. I'm not gonna vote until I make my comments.
If it does, yes, Rosie?
I make the motion that we post for a job for interim director.
Okay, is there support for that? Now, Anita.
Okay, so for the record, I think that firing the director was hasty, because we did not have a replacement in mind to doing this, and I think that was irresponsible. I also think that trying to hire an interim director in place of that during the budget season is overwhelming and should be considered, because that person may not have any background on where we are today, and which our current director did, and was fully up to date on all of the budget information that we would need to make those decisions. I would hate that our library would be in jeopardy of closing because we don't have all of the data that we need. And to expect that of an interim director is irresponsible on our parts and unfair to that person coming in. And so I would make a motion that we keep the current library director until after that time.
There's a motion on the floor, so you can't make that, it's a motion on the floor. Motion is on the floor, we have to die. Any other discussion, comments? Yes, Rosie.
In respect to the budget, I believe that, in terms of the knowledge between the auditors and the current account that we have and the information that was brought the first time last month, I think it's reasonable, understanding that if we can move forward and we have a public hearing, that everyone will have the information, available to them. And, at that public hearing, before the public hearing, whatever the revision, okay, that has to be made before that, because I believe that will be available to everybody prior to making the final decision on the 24th, because that's just the way we did it in the past. And we had, one of the things we had an issue with was people didn't believe that the library would be closed because, we didn't have a budget cut. So I believe that we have all that information ahead of time that we can look at it and it's probably review it. And I guess if any questions, we could have an opportunity for people to meet with the accountant or several people get with the accountant to go over that information. That's just my opinion. Did you have something you to say?
No,
I said that was done prior to
Oh, she wasn't? She tried to make a motion. We have a motion on the floor.
motion was already on the floor.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that in the past, that was never done without the input of the current director. Not that it was, and I think that we should include last week, there were issues and questions about the budget that were unresolved and very loudly unresolved. And so sometimes that day is not a good idea.
That's why we brought the accountant board.
Okay.
And he
Okay,
said
as
in
well.
that meeting that he had offered to her. So that's why we brought the accountant board. There were a lot of questions, a lot of inconsistencies and things. So we took him up on his offer. Yes, sir.
So my understanding is board members are people. Chair is supposed to have this relationship with the director. So you have a question, the chair can break it down. The chair cannot break it down. It's up to the treasurer, Bill Madison. That's the treasurer. Don't have a director. And then on top of that, from my understanding, I don't think the budget.
But I will check on it. Because the attorney didn't say anything about that. And you were bringing up points that I never heard before. I don't know anything about this other, the director and the chair, or the director and the treasury, or the director and the vice chair. Although I did speak to some other areas where it was inappropriate, but I will follow up if this passes. If it fails, I won't.
Madam Chair, isn't that the reason we had our finance person come in?
Yeah.
And break it down for the whoever was here, that didn't understand, we spent approximately an hour and a half asking questions. Meeting was open, and to my understanding, as we explained to us about the budget, make a final decision on it, but as far as bringing someone else in, I don't know, maybe I heard it wrong, but I think our finance person gave us all the information we need. And to get someone outside, we need to bring in and review. We have a person to have a list of these all here.
But I will check on the legality to see if there is a problem. I will check on the legality of it, and we will follow the law. Yes.
According to the state, operate library interim person who doesn't have a connection to library science or library information. Make the science, okay, as long as we have initially gone through the process of being shown to provide the board with a tentative budget for the public to review, then we go to the next meeting and actually vote on that. After that conversation. No. So it's not determined by the fact that there is not a permanent person in place. Because in the review of the budget, and the fact that Mr. Hardy stated openly that he had agreed to support the director in making sure the budget was done prior to anything else was not acceptable.
Any other comments? Or,
So,
yes, sir.
in this presentation, who's over the operation? Who's over the whole operation?
The director is still there. And she's still expected to check them out. And so when if I get the votes, if you do not vote two ways. One, give permission to post for an interim library director. And two, a motion to give me permission to put somebody in place to do those kinds of things, then your library doors will be closed. If you don't give me permission to carry on. So that somebody's out of order in the public. So that's your decision.
This process is going to take place.
So, no, not for an interim,
No, I'm
or
talking
for
about
somebody
director to turn it over to.
to the permanent director. Yes, it could take. For a permanent one, yes. but not for me to go to someone to keep things going and running.
So I'm trying to see what if the interim and the economics from
Okay, this has happened before. Go ahead, and then Max.
Madam Chair, in respect to, the payroll and things like that, we currently have paid for. We paid for as when the director was out once before when she was ill. I initially got the training to did the payroll so that the employee would not lose their pay. Okay, and paid for is a company that pays.
Sounds like that all.
Well, you know what, wait, no, Officer, Garrett, public comment is over. And I don't want anyone interrupting and making comments while we're trying to make a decision to keep this going. It's out of order. It's out of order. And they have other means that they've been using to make their comments. And, yes,
And pay for is in a position along with Tryon or top of them for one specific service for the operation of the payroll that they're willing to have somebody to come in and take care of their food. So pay for it and make sure that Tryon are willing to have somebody do the operation as far as the expenditures and so forth for payroll for the employees. And some of these things.
did I hear you saying something? You had something to say? Okay. Is that it? All the comments and questions? All right, what? Yes, Max?
Rules it said exactly, supported to where we was directly on point, not something that's gonna come later on, rejected 6, 7 months, whatever. It was a point of what I'm sure.
Okay. Okay, in terms of the motion, if you repeat the motion, would you repeat the motion, please?
Motion. Post position for interim director. As well as point someone to temporarily be in that position until that person.
So, we will, no more questions or comments? We will vote. Benita? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I have nothing else.
Maxine? Chair, yes.
Yes.
The motion passed. All right, reports. I have none. Director, oh, she is. All right, now we're down to, board member, comments. I'm gonna start with you, Maxie.
Madam Chair, with the meetings that we have had, with all the proper notifications, with days, time, in place, I sort of sad to see that board members that were not at the meeting, one reason or another is their first business, but to make comments and keep the public misinformed. I just really appreciate that person. Working together is fine. We might not all agree, but whatever is said in these meetings stays here. You know, and particularly not to be inflamed by comment, but I don't think there's any justification. We never agree 100%. So I'm just disappointed in that. And the chair is meant to have you. And if we have anything to say before we go out in the public or whatever, at least the courtesy of discussing it. Not discussing and saying things when really there is no background or no facts. And it causes confusion. I think confusion really comes from some part of this board. So, I just wish it would not happen. But we said here, the one we've done, decision's been made, but everyone has a right to their opinion. But I don't think you have the right to go out and speak among the public with misinformation. Then the public come and give their own comments, which you gotta respect, because public people here in this community, they speak their piece in their mind. And I appreciate it, but not to have board members involved to inflame. And this is what I get my comments. I just wish we work together more closely on it. Respect the chair, let the chair know what's happening. A, B, C, and D, and then go and do what, because I'm quite sure if you sit on, a person sit on and talk to the chair, there'll be something. Okay, no, my comment.
Okay, and my comment is for 3.5 years, I have been very supportive. I've intervened, and I've been there. I will make a public statement, but it will not be here. I'm gonna pick another way of making my public statement because there's been distorted truth posted. There have been people who didn't understand their role, and there have been other things. I have no intentions of airing anybody's dirty laundry through a certain type of social media. But I will make a public statement, and once I make that, that's the end of it. My thing right now is I'm comfortable with the decision I made concerning the director. Whatever consequences that may come from that, I will accept them. That's part of being a leader. You gotta make decisions, and sometimes it's tough decisions, and you gotta have tough skin. Everybody's not gonna like what you say. So I will be saying more, but I'm gonna use a different format to express what I want to say. You know?
Yes. Very well. I'm the guy that made the post about what's going on. For the record, everything is public record. Another thing is that we're following our policy for holding people accountable. We all know that we can't move forward when we got feelings with a personal relationship. But that's it. I appreciate everybody who came out. I appreciate everybody who's standing up. What's happening here. I appreciate Devin Green. I appreciate that and Evan. So anybody get that job working for them. Have a good day.
No, wait, oh, I think they was moving. It's like they were moving. Rosie?
You know, I just want to say that everything that individuals say is not necessarily true. Everyone has the right to an opinion. And to couple everyone together and say this is the reason that a particular vote was made is not fair. And that's what's been said, and that's been done. But I can assure you that as a past chair, that my decisions and my behaviors have fluctuated over time, because I've made comments to this current board about practices, and that we should wait for letters from the state and so forth, and I haven't been heard. So what I say is that moving forward, it is important that the library stay open. We've been in a position where we were on the 30th of June, we were trying to get a budget passed, so the library didn't close. So I know how it can be. And so I think it's important in time of place and season for everything. And as we move forward, I think it's important that we make sure that this library stays operable, and that we make some decisions that are going to uplift not only the community, but the library. And that we know that we need this country to embrace not only the library itself, but the community in terms of moving. That's it? Yes.
Also, please get the public.
Excuse me, now, see, I'm trying to avoid this.
My board comment.
Okay, but you already had talked.
But you let me.
And
talk.
I don't want,
You said
no.
already. That's
No.
what just happened.
No, this is what I'm going to tell you, because it's going to open up a can of worms. I'll take that. I'll take what you said, but I want them to understand we have rules and regulations, handbooks we're supposed to follow, bylaws. And the 4 people who took their votes followed the handbook and the bylaws. So I don't want some misunderstanding about we just arbitrarily get something we did not.
I mean, that's what
And I will, whatever it seems like, it doesn't mean it's to a perception to people is as real as the truth, but it doesn't mean the perception is true. I'll entertain a motion for adjournment. Matt, you support? Yes, support. All right, Rosie?
Yes.
Harry?
Yes.
Yes. You, Maxie? Yes. Okay, meeting's adjourned.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I'm trying to avoid putting stuff out there.